The district at Eastover is one of Jackson's newest developments. It features restaurants, businesses, and apartments. Initially, developers said they would bring a 9-screen, high-end dinner movie theater here, but in the end, they decided against it.
And we haven't ruled it out at this point, but what we've created today probably makes that parcel of land more useful for something with more density, more verticality. A theater is generally a single-story building, and so getting more utility out of the property probably drives that decision more than anything else.
It would have been Jackson's first movie theater in more than 17 years. There used to be at least a half-dozen theaters in the city at any one given time. Ellis House Cinema, now boarded up. Cinema West, just off of J.R. Lynch, uses a church. The Metro Center site is now just a cracked foundation overgrown with weeds. There are theaters on the outskirts of the city, but not as many as there used to be. The one theater in Clinton closed last year.
Well, I think it all comes down to everything else. It's a numbers game. You're either making a profit or you're not. And if you're not making a profit, any business anywhere is going to close down.
The one at North Park is set to close soon.
The simple truth is there is more competition now than ever before for movie business. Essentially, there are 3 cinemas in the metro area, but there's also added competition from things like Netflix, Redbox.
And so we need to be willing to employ creative strategies in order to accomplish that end. The movie theater idea being one.
Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba says he wants a movie theater inside the city limits and is willing to employ some form of public-private partnership to lure one. Statistics from the National Association of Theater Owners show that could be a tough sell, since the number of cinema sites in the U.S. is shrinking, down more than 1,100 since 2000.
Is a movie theater more a point of pride than necessity?
I think it's beyond a point of pride. I think if we look at models in our bedroom communities, we will see that, you know, as they have built up, one of the first investments that took place was the opportunity for a movie theater.
The mayor says the city would support a movie theater effort, but city developers say there are plenty of other projects on the books that outweigh a movie theater impact.
He's also purchased the airspace to go from the Walthall to that building there, the old Eastland Courthouse.
Ben Allen with Downtown Jackson Partners says there are multiple development projects underway in the city. The Capitol Arts Loft under construction with apartments on the top floor and retail on the bottom floor just across the street from the King Edward. There are plans to turn the top 3 floors of the old Edison Walthall Hotel into high-scale apartments. The Mississippi History and Civil Rights Museums are about to open. All projects, Allen says, that should garner far more attention than Jackson not having a movie theater.
I'm sorry we don't have a movie theater, but that's certainly not critical. We don't have a Talladega Race Car 500 either. We don't have a wrestling thing. A lot of things we don't have. But you look at it as a community. The community has plenty of movie theaters. I wish one was located in Jackson. It's not. But there's one all around us. So as far as the community goes, we're not lacking.
City leaders promoting a list of coming developments in the capital city, hoping it leads to the return of a big screen. In Jackson, Scott Simmons, 16 WAPT News.